This is a video that I've been working on for a long time, and it's going to be kind of raw based on what you guys are used to on the channel, where there's a lot of dad jokes, there's a lot of editing, but this one's going to be pretty natural because today I'm announcing that I'm officially retiring, I'm quitting, and I've got to explain why. If you've been following my content for a while, you know that about 2 years ago, I started my channel, and I've been a teacher during the day and a content creator at night. And I've done it the best I can. But at this point, it's not possible to continue doing both. The lack of sleep, the lack of health, you could probably see the deterioration of my health over the year, where now look like I'm in my 30s after all this time of working 2 jobs. Some days working as much as 19 to 20 hours. I just can't sustain it anymore. And for that reason, I'm quitting and I'm going full-time as a content creator, a YouTuber, and a streamer. Now, to be honest, guys, I'm super happy about this decision, and I want to talk about what this means for my channel. I want to thank you that have been subscribing and supporting me since day one. Because to be honest, I wasn't sure I'd ever get here. So few people get the opportunity to do this full time, and I'm honestly taking a leap of faith. But I want to explain, instead of just saying I'm going full time, I want to let you, the viewer, know what it's like to become a full-time YouTuber, what my journey was like, and what you can expect in the future. So what a lot of people won't tell you about becoming a full-time YouTuber is that it's pretty much impossible. Probably 0.001% of people will ever do it. And I'm kind of an example of what it takes to get there. If you ask any of my coworkers, my students I've had, I pretty much looked like a zombie at least 1 to 2 days a week, where I didn't sleep. I had to sacrifice my physical health to really get where I was. And over the last few years, I've eaten a lot of fast food because I didn't have time to cook. And I wasn't thinking about my body or my health. I was only thinking about one thing, and that was making my dream a reality. Because there were a lot of people over this time period that told me I would never make it, or I would never be able to do this full time. And I'm somebody who, I'm not good at everything I do at first, but over time, I eventually get good at it because I just don't give up. And that's the biggest asset you can have if you want to become a full-time YouTuber. But for me, I never really wanted to be a streamer growing up. In fact, my dream was actually to be a principal. When I graduated college in 2019, right before the COVID pandemic, you can kind of see this picture of me graduating with summa cum laude, the highest honors. I never anticipated even playing video games. Fortnite was the craze and the move when I was a junior and senior in college, but I never played it. I just didn't want to get back into that funk of playing video games. And ironically, the pandemic kind of forced me into it. My buddy told me that I should buy an Xbox. Shout out to my friend Charles. I wouldn't be in this chair without you because I wouldn't even know what Call of Duty is. And I downloaded Call of Duty for the first time in March or April. I forget the exact month of 2020. That's when I bought my Xbox. I used some tax returns from college and decided to buy a TV, a controller, and 3 games: Minecraft, NBA 2K, and Call of Duty. I had actually just landed a job in New York City working as a teacher, and my first year of teaching was actually going so great before the pandemic, I was ready to have a long career in teaching. I had the opportunity the last 5 years to teach history and Latin in New York City. I even had a chance to be featured in the New York Post and in the news. Honestly, things were going really well for me in education, and my dream since I graduated college was to found a school, run a school, and be a principal. And in many ways, it's not like that might never happen in my future world, but that's everything I was working towards. As I started getting hooked on Call of Duty Warzone, Verdansk, and Rebirth Island during the pandemic, I started competing in tournaments through Z League, which recently I had the chance to actually do a paid sponsorship with Z League, which was just a cool way to tie everything together and how my streaming career started. You see, to participate on Z League tournaments back in the day, you actually had to sign up for Twitch and start streaming on there to validate your results. So I would stream in these Twitch tournaments, on Discord tournaments, in Z League, trying to make money doing a hobby. See, for me, Call of Duty Warzone and gaming was just now a hobby after the pandemic. It was something I did in my free time to unwind after a long day of work. But it soon became a lot more. I started getting really addicted to Call of Duty Warzone, and I started watching videos from people like Lucky Chamu, Jowo, Swag, Nick Merckx, and a lot of different creators that were popular in Warzone at the time. Sometimes I would go to the gym and I would throw on a Tim the Tap Man stream and just kind of relish on the fact that Warzone was so fun for me. And I started thinking about even taking it further. Like, what if I could do this for a job one day? But I was thinking to myself, that's impossible. I'm a teacher. I've never streamed. I've never played video games really that passionately. And I was new to Call of Duty. I'd only been playing it about a year after Warzone came out, so I wasn't very good. However, one of my buddies, Steve, who used to throw jokes at me for being bad at Call of Duty, because I was bad. My COD name back in the day used to be Chris Respected. You know, kind of like a pun on Dr. Disrespect, or like get Chris Respected, get disrespected. And I honestly was really bad, and he used to make fun of me for being so bad at the game and said that I should even stream because I was so bad that it was laughable, but that it would be entertaining for other people. And so a mixture of playing in these Z-League tournaments and wanting to maybe entertain people who were having a bad day with my gameplay, I decided to start streaming on twitch.tv, and I did so for like a year and pretty much saw no growth. So I would teach during the day, I would come home and play Rebirth Island, and at the time, I was able to make some really good friends that I honestly want to shout out because I wouldn't be in this chair making this video without them. My buddy Cuppa Joe and T Captain X, as well as Grumpy Hog. We used to run Rebirth Island every day for nights on end. And from them, I started seeing what it looked like to be a successful content creator who was making videos, hunting, being hungry, and trying to get better. And that kind of pushed me in one instance to say, okay, if I want to be a Twitch streamer, if I want to be successful, I have to become a content creator. And funny enough, in about 2021, the end of 2021, December going into 2022, right when Rebirth Island was kind of at its peak, I decided to make a YouTube channel, and I decided to post consistently on TikTok and Instagram. So just about 2 years ago, I had 0 followers on every platform, and I had no audience, no following. Nobody knew me in the gaming community. But I took a leap of faith, and I just decided I was going to work my butt off at it for 2 to 3 years and see what happened with it. Now, I wish I could tell you that I started my YouTube channel and I just coasted through 2 years of teaching and YouTube, and now I'm a full-time creator. It's not been that easy. There were many a times where people around me told me that I should give up and quit because it wasn't going to materialize. It wasn't going to be consistent. It wasn't worth it. And I wasn't getting results in the first few months. About 6 months in, I had less than 1,000 subscribers. In that same 6-month period, I hadn't even cracked about 3,000 followers on TikTok, and I was barely averaging 10 viewers on Twitch. See, the thing about me is that anything I've done, whether it be one of my first jobs working at Chick-fil-A or playing soccer in high school, I was never the best at anything I did. I just wasn't the most talented at a lot of things that I did. But one thing I do have is work ethic. And if you want to be a full-time content creator or be successful at anything, work ethic is the most important thing that you can have to be successful. Past 2 years, I would wake up as early as sometimes 3 a.m., 4 a.m. to get videos recorded, edited, and plan out my day. Whether it be getting breakfast and getting a Celsius can, which I still have an empty one on my desk, getting that caffeine, sitting down, and just editing. There were even a few nights where I didn't sleep a single hour before I went in and taught my students the next day. But the last 2 years have been difficult. Waking up at 3 and 4 a.m., streaming 3 to 4 hours a day. I haven't even been able to stream consistently in the past few months because I've been so tired and so drained from basically doing 2 jobs for 2 years. If I was able to get a week with 6 hours of sleep every single day in that week, that would have been a miracle for me. Think about it. Well, all your favorite streamers, or hopefully I'm one of your favorite streamers now, but all the popular streamers are grinding all day. They're able to wake up, record, and get the new content in the moment. But for me, I didn't take many days off of work because I needed to be at school, teaching, and doing my job. So when new updates would drop, I would always be the last one to get it. Other streamers would have a lot of energy and the ability to entertain for a longer amount of time. When I'm on less sleep, I'm not eating well, and my body's just in a pretty unhealthy state. But after the 2 years of grinding, I'm now sitting in this chair, seeing where my channel is at and seeing that I have a chance, even though it might be risky, to pursue this thing and go full-time. So today I'm announcing that I'm going to be a full-time content creator on YouTube, TikTok, Twitch, Facebook. I'm going to be posting videos every single day, streaming every single day around 11 or noon on Twitch, and trying to take this thing to the next level. That's a little bit about my story and kind of where I've gone and where I'm going. And I just wanted to thank you, the subscribers, my audience, and my viewers that have supported me, because it just wouldn't be possible without you guys. And if you guys want to support me doing things like buying my merch, which I'll link up here, using my custom code on places like aim controllers, becoming a member of the channel by hitting join on my YouTube channel, or just subscribing and watching is going to be hugely important as I try to do this thing for my full-time job. Even though it's a little bit risky, I know with recently joining Xen Gaming and right now doing pretty well on YouTube with a lot of my videos getting decent amount of views, I know I'm on the right track, but I still got to put in the work, and that's something that I am never going to be afraid to do, and I'm ready to embrace the hard work. So guys, thank you so much for supporting me. I can't wait to see you guys in my first live stream as a full-time streamer, which will probably be Thursday or Friday. And as always, guys, stay humble, stay hungry, keep working, and you can make your dreams a reality too. You just got to put in the work.